उपमतस्याग्रजौरिपुरीमाथिलिङ्गोऽस्तवात् राधाकुण्डं गिरिवरमहो राधिका माधवासं प्राप्तो जसपतिकृपया श्रीगुरु तं यतोऽस्मि। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले भक्तिप्रज्ञानकेशवैति अतिमत्प्रचरित्राय स्वासितानां च पालिने जीवदुःखे सदार्ताय नाम प्रेम प्रदान वञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्से गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातरया जुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तर्वोऽभिनेदु तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमान् तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे तं नयमामचर्षम्। In Srimad Bhagavatam, this is perhaps fourth or fifth day. Fifth day, when he began, no, nothing coming. Why not coming? No repairer? Yes. Then, this is sixth day of Srimad Bhagavatam. 15th we started. 15th. 7th day. Now 7th day. We have explained the devotion of Dhruva. He was Sakam Bhakta. Sakam Bhakti, you know? Material desire. Something worldly desire. Prahlad, Nishkam. No worldly desire. And he was Bhakta. Pure Bhakta. Prahlad Maharaj. But pure Jnani Bhakta. Not Jnani. More than Jnani. He was Bhakta. But what class of Bhakta? Think in Krishna or Nrsimhadev. Having so much but opulence, and he is the root of all creation. His almighty, all power are in him. So, he is above hunger or take water, nothing use. No sleep, nothing. So how we can serve him? We can only beg some mercy from him, like this. After that, Ambarish Maharaj, Bali Maharaj, Chitraketu Maharaj, now their modes are coming. Their devotion will come. How Ambarish Maharaj, he was pure Bhakta. Bali Maharaj also became pure Bhakta. Chitraketu Maharaj. So we will explain today. Who can tell anything about Ambarish Maharaj among you?
Ambarish Maharaj was expert in all the 9 types of devotional service. He exercised always in seeing the beautiful deity in the temple. He engaged his ears always in hearing Harikatha. He engaged his tongue in always tasting nice prasad, offered to the Lord, etc. in this way. 9 ways.
Of what kind of devotee he was? Like Dhruva or like Prahlad? Huh?
Maybe a little more than Prahlad.
More than Prahlad. What do you think? More than Prahlad, Ambarish Maharaj? Anyone? What do you think? Yourself. More than Prahlad, Ambarish Maharaj. How you think? You?
Because he was engaged in the 9 types of devotional service, positive service, that makes him superior.
So Ambarish is superior?
It seems because you said the other night that Prahlad was not engaged in service.
What? Prahlad Maharaj is not superior? But Prahlad Maharaj is Shuddha Bhakta and Ambarish Maharaj is Shuddha Bhakta. He is Jnani Bhakta, Prahlad Maharaj. But as a sadhak, Ambarish Maharaj has engaged his all senses. So all indriyas, 10, Jnanendriya and Karmendriya. Like, you remember this slok? Manas Krishna Padara Vindayo Pachanti. So, बोलो तो अम्बरीश महाराज की रकम होते तार सेंस गुली के नियुक्त करे हाथ मुंह टाक सब. Anyone remembering? No. You don't remember. Just try to know all these things. Who? He engaged his mind in always meditating Krishna. His hands washing temples, doing services. His feet temple and holy places of Krishna pastime. His tongue, speech, always glorifying Krishna. Name, gun, roop, leela, and always. These eyes, always taking darshan of Vishnu and Vaishnava. Krishna, or the devotees of Krishna, always. And ears, Krishna Katha hearing, always hearing. And also this sparsh, touching the feet of devotees, messaging them, and other things. And always used to serve Krishna in all ways. Head,
bowing down.
Always. So everything. Then this plus one mind always remembering. So you use all the senses and all the indri means sense and all, 10, and also mind. So he is called Shuddha Bhakta. And you have seen in the case of Durvasa how he has done Atma Samarpana. Atma Samarpana,
offering his whole existence.
surrendered. Nothing to do for self. No worry for self. Dedicated soul. No fear whether death can come today or tomorrow or anywhere. Nothing. For Ekadasi, there were two things. Either to give proper respect to Brahmins and Brahmavadi, or to have so much honor for Krishna Bhakti. He told that if I am not honoring proper to the Brahmagyanis and those who have come to my house, Brahmins, then I will do sin. This is sinful act. And if I am not observing Ekadasi properly, then I am dishonoring Bhakti or my Paramartha. Paramartha. Spiritual thing. I am dishonoring Krishna. So what should I do? He selected second, that I should observe Bhakti, I should honor Bhakti. If Brahman is engaged and doing sinful act, this I am dishonoring Vedic Riti culture. No harm. I want to go to hell, but I will not dishonor Bhakti. And as a result, Durvasa was defeated. And he had to beg pardon in the lotus feet of Durvasa to Ambarish Maharaj. But when we will go to Bali Maharaj, can you tell Bali Maharaj? Stand up and tell.
Bali Maharaj was the head of the demons, and he had a class of Brahmana priests with him for worshipping Vishnu, but only for the purpose of getting some material return. He worshipped the Brahmanas to get some material return. When Lord Vamandev came, he helped Bali Maharaj by taking everything away from him. And there's one very important verse, Harisye Tadanam Sanai, that when Krishna particularly favors a devotee who wants Krishna but also has material desires, and Krishna says that I favor them by smashing them so that they only want me. So Bali Maharaj, because of his grandfather, Prahlad Maharaj's influence, and because of the influence of the presence of Vaman Maharaj, Bali Maharaj developed love of God, and he was willing to reject his spiritual master. In England, Srila Gurudev explained that one very important aspect of the Srimad Bhagavatam that was more important than all the other Vedas and Puranas, and one of the reasons that Narada asked Vyasadeva to compile the Srimad Bhagavatam, although he had already compiled everything else, was because the Srimad Bhagavatam rejects all principles that are against Krishna consciousness. In the other Puranas, it states that you should never reject your guru under any circumstances, even if he's bad. That's against the Vedic principle. But in Srimad Bhagavatam, and same with husbands, even if the husband is bad, fallen, doesn't want to chant Hare Krishna, don't reject him. The highest thing is to serve the husband for the lady. But Srimad Bhagavatam says that anyone who's against the service of Krishna and wants to impede your service to Krishna, he should be rejected, even if he's a father, like Hiranyakashipu, or if he's a spiritual master. So Bali Maharaj is the example of surrender to Krishna because he rejected a bogus spiritual master for the sake of worshipping the Lord. And then he gave Vamandev his 3 steps of land, although Sukracharya told him that he's Vishnu, and if you give him 3 steps of land, he'll take away everything. But by the mercy of Vaman Maharaj and Vamandev and Prahlad Maharaj, Bali Maharaj got spiritual intelligence to reject the false instructions of his spiritual master, and he awarded Vaman Maharaj 3 steps of land. With the first step, he covered the entire universe. With the second step, his toe went through all the 10 coverings of the universe, which are trillions and trillions of miles wide, and it went to the other side of the universe, which is the causal ocean, and some of the causal ocean dripped down through the universal coverings and became the Ganges River. So then Vamandev said to Bali Maharaj, now I've covered 2 steps and that covers everything, and now you've lied to me because you promised me 3 steps and you can't keep your promise. There's no place to put my 3rd foot. So Bali Maharaj said, yes, there is a place. You can put that on my head, because he knew that the possessor of property is more valuable than all of his possessions. So he said, you can put the 3rd step on my head, meaning I'm giving my whole self to you. And so, because he rejected the false guru, he became one of the Mahajans for surrendering everything to the Lord. And the Lord was so grateful to him that the Lord himself became his doorman. And in Mathura, Maharaj told a very beautiful story that Lord Vishnu became the doorman of Bali Maharaj. In fact, not only 1 door, but I think there were 50 doors to his palace or kingdom, and an expansion of Lord Vishnu was at each one of them, so that everywhere he looked, there would be Lord Vishnu. And in the meantime, the Lord was out of Vaikuntha. So Lakshmi Devi, the wife of Lord Vishnu, started missing her husband. And she was lamenting, and Narada approached her, and she told him of her problem, and he gave a suggestion. So she went as a widow, Brahmani, to the palace of Bali Maharaj. And there was a certain day, every so often there's a certain day, that Bali Maharaj gave charity to anyone who asked whatever they wanted. So this widow Brahmani, Lakshmi Devi, sat there very quietly, and everybody else very enthusiastically came to Bali Maharaj and asked him for some benediction, and she was just sitting very quietly and patiently. And he noticed her, and finally at the end, when everyone went away, he went to her and asked, what does she want? She said, well, if I tell you what I want, are you sure you'll give it to me? I hesitate. And he promised, oh, no problem, I promise I'll give it to you. Are you sure you'll give it to me? She was still hesitant to ask. No question, I'll definitely give it to you. So she looked towards her husband, and she said, I want him. Then Bali Maharaj understood that this is no Brahmani, and just like her husband, who also cheated him with the 3 steps of land, she also cheated him and made him promise to give her whatever she wanted. So he didn't want to relinquish the Lord's association. So he gave her back the original, her husband, but he kept expansions of her husband at his source.
Very good. Very Why Vamandev has a special mercy to Bali Maharaj? He was not wanting to serve Krishna. He wanted to enjoy 14 loks. And he conquered it from demigods. And he was testing all these things. But why Vamandev was worried for this, and he has a special mercy to Bali Maharaj. Stand up. Again, stand up and then tell.
He came in the dynasty of Prahlad Maharaj, so therefore he was shown some special mercy.
Krishna has promised, like Nrsimhadev has promised to Prahlad Maharaj, that those who will come in Uttam Adhikari Vaishnava, he will have a special care for 21 generation. And those who will come in Madhyam Adhikari, 14. And those who will come in Kanishta Adhikari, even I will have so much favor for them. 7 generation. Bali Maharaj is third generation of Prahlad Maharaj. Bali Maharaj, Virochan, and then Prahlad, Virochan, and then Bali Maharaj. When Vamandev binded Bali Maharaj and throw him on the ground with serpent coils. In the meantime, Brahma with Prahlad Maharaj came there. Seeing Prahlad Maharaj, Bali Maharaj, who has before played in the laps of Prahlad Maharaj as a grandson. Some tears were coming in his eyes. And seeing this, Prahlad Maharaj also weeping. Brahma told to Vamandev, "Oh, why you are doing this behavior to these devotees? Prahlad Maharaj is weeping, you are not seeing. He has given himself in your lotus feet, Bali Maharaj, and even we have binded him, and he is waiting here. Why he did so? At first, Bali Maharaj wanted to conquer whole world, even 14 loks, and to taste. Krishna saw, or Nrsimhadev, or you can tell Vaman Maharaj, same thing, Narayan, Vishnu, that he has come in the dynasty of Prahlad Maharaj. A special mercy should be done to him. So by straight, he took everything. At last he did Atma Nivedanam and surrendered himself. And by putting third his leg here, he covered his whole body. He has she has told all these things. And now he became a pure devotee. And Vishnu sent Prahlad Maharaj with Bali Maharaj to Sutal Lok, more rich than Swarga and others. And he went there and began to serve. So, after that, he has told about Chitraketu Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam. Anyone, there are 9 kinds of bhakti, but if anyone is doing 9 kinds of bhakti, no harm, but he will have Krishna, the service of Krishna. But if anyone is not following all but only one of these 9, also they will have the service of Krishna. Like there is a slok that याद है कि
सवने परिस्थित अभवत दयासु कीर्तने सदवी भजने लक्ष्मी की पूजने अपुरुषै वंदने कुलपति दास्य सत्य अर्जुन सर्वात्म निवेदने बोलिया कुछ विज्ञाप्य संकरम.
That's all. You can explain this slok.
The Gurudev explained that there is 9 kind of devotion. If any devotee only
Following.
following one kind of devotion, they can get Krishna, or otherwise anyone can follow 9 kind of devotion, they can get also Krishna. So there is one slok.
But there is something for Kali Yuga. He will do any one of, but he should
Kirtan.
surely Kirtan. Without Kirtan, everything is.
For Kali Yuga, Kirtan is common to all. So with these 9 kinds of bhakti, Savane Parikshit, Avagat Vyasvi Kirtane, Savane Parikshit, Parikshit Maharaj, when he cut by Singirishi, that who put this snake on my father's neck,
अरे हो तो नहीं भाई भाग
Parikshit Savane, Parikshit,
he heard Srimad Bhagavatam.
he heard Srimad Bhagavatam and
He could not follow all things.
achieved to service of Krishna in Vaikuntha. Avat Vyasuki Kirtane. Vyasuki means son of Dasdev. He did Kirtan for Parikshit Maharaj.
When he did Kirtan, can you say? With Mridanga and Kartal? Harikatha is also Kirtan?
Kirtan means Utsa Pandana Matena Kirtanam Bhavati.
That Kirtan is more superior than what we do.
If we take Mridanga Kartal, it is not a fact. Utsa Pandana Matena Kirtanam Bhavati. If anyone glorify about Krishna, his name, beauty, quality and pastime, it is Kirtan. So, Sukdev Goswami glorify all these things. So he did Kirtan more than anyone. But Vyasa Kirtane, Sadamri Bhajane Lakshmi. Lakshmi Devi or Sri Vishnu. You know in Srimad Bhagavatam one slok, Sadamri Bhajane Lakshmi.
तो अचानक वहां से आ गए. Yavani means serving all these lotus feet.
Always serving Narayan's lotus feet.
Narayan lotus feet, Mahavishnu, Karnak Desai, Garbhu Desai, Shiro Desai, everywhere.
All manifestation of Narayan, he is serving all manifestation of Narayan. When Narayan was went to see Anushya Devi, after that when he returned, that Lakshmi Devi make a trick. Oh, I should not allow him to go anywhere else, so he is always serving his lotus feet. The Gurudev once explained in Navadip and Mathura also, from the day Hinam Papa Darshanam about this sloka. Tadavi Bhajanlo Lakshmi Prithu Pujane, Prithu Maharaj always worship Vishnu and get Krishna love and service of Krishna. Prithu Pujane, Kopipati Dashe,
Akrura Stavi
Bandhane, Akrur. He was uncle of Krishna, Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna, and he used to stay with Kamsa. Kamsa sent him to bring Krishna in Mathura. When Akrur reached Vrindavan, and he saw there are so many footprints of Krishna, then he began to roll on the footprints of Krishna and bring so many prayers, and Krishna became pleased on him. So Akrur Stavi Bandhane, Kapipati Dashe. Kapipati means who is the leader of monkey, that means Hanuman. He served Ramchandra in Dasamud and he pleased Ramchandra. So Kapipati Dasha means Hanuman gets the service of Ramchandra by Dasamud. Atha Sakhi Arjuna. Arjun, the eternal associates of Krishna of Dwaraka. They have friendly charm with Krishna and Arjun. Sometimes Arjun says, "Oh Krishna, please take my chariot in the middle of this army." Sometimes, "Oh please take care of this horse." Sometimes they are lying on same bed. Sometimes they are talking with that friendly charm. So Arjun gets Krishna. Arjun, being eternal associate, he taught the whole world what is a friendly charm, Sakha Bhav. But it's Sakha Bhav not like Vrindavan. It's full of opulence of Dwaraka Sakha Bhav. So Sakhi Arjuna, Sarvatma Nivedane Bali Abhut. Bali Maharaj dedicates himself and his whole thing to the lotus feet of Vishnu, and by this he takes the service of Vishnu. So the nine different part of devotion, and different persons they get Krishna by their devotion activity. But we were told for Kali Yuga, Kali Dasani Vanayan Jastiga Mahanguna Kirtana Deva Krishna Mukta Sangha Parangaje. Only by Kirtan anyone can achieve the service of Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna, and more than that, the service of Braj, like Mahaprabhu came to distribute something that can attain all the same thing. So, Kaliju, for Kaliju, Kirtan is common to all. Hare Krishna.
What do you think about Maharaj Chitraketu? Who can speak on this? Chitraketu Maharaj? What? Mahibharat? Mahibharat.
Chitraketu Maharaj had 10 million wives, and none of them could give him a son. So Angira Muni came and he said, "How's your kingdom?" He said, "Everything is all right, that's why I have no son." He said, "I will give you sons who will cause you happiness and also distress." So son was born, and the other wives had sons. So one day they came and the son was dead, and they were crying. So Narada Muni shows up with Angira, and they brought the dead son back to life. And he spoke much philosophy. And then he laid back down and died. And then they went and had the funeral ceremony. And then Narada Muni gave Chitraketu mantra. He said, "In 7 days you will see the Supreme Personality of Godhead." In 6 days he became king of the Vijayaharas. Then he was 7 days promoted to the abode of Anantashesha, where with the 4 Kumaras surrounding him, he exchanged much devotion. Then the Lord told him to take his part as king of the Vijayaharas. He was flying around an airplane with many beautiful ladies chanting the glories of the Lord. He saw Lord Shiva sitting with Parvati with many sages like Narada Muni speaking philosophy. He said, "Ha ha." Lord Shiva is the best of all the best personalities, but here he is sitting like common man with his wife on his lap. So Lord Shiva said nothing, but Parvati became very angry and said, "You are #1 rascal. you think you are better at controlling your senses than Lord Shiva. Therefore, I curse you to become great demons. So Chitraketu came down and said, Mother, I did not offend Lord Shiva, but if you think I offended him, then please forgive me. And I accept your curse because I know that nothing can happen without the sanction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he bowed down very low and left her company. Then Lord Shiva said to his wife, now you see the great character of the pure devotees, that even though they are cursed, are cheated, or beaten up, they are never inclined to avenge themselves. Then he took first as victor.
After that, how he became? After that,
there was a three-headed Brahmin who Indra employed because he offended his spiritual master. So this Brahmin was offering oblations for the demigods, but his mother was from the demons, so he was also offering oblations. So Indra, in one fit of passion, killed him. Vishnu was his name. So Lord Indra was attacked by sensual activities. Therefore, he went to the trees, the water, women, and land, and distributed 1/4 of the curse. So his father was named Twatsa. So he wanted to kill Lord Indra for this. So therefore he employed many Brahmins. But because they chanted one syllable of one word wrong, instead of getting someone who would kill Indra, they got someone who would be killed by Indra.
yeah.
So when they said Swaha, a big demon came out, he said them go kill. So he went, and there was mother of all, mother of battles, and Lord Indra had got another one. They went to Lord Vishnu and said, well, how will we kill this great demon? Lord Vishnu said, I will give you one mantra, and you go to Devotees and ask for the bones of his body. And with that bones, Vishnu will make a thunderbolt. And with this thunderbolt, you will be able to kill him. So they got bones, made thunderbolts, and had encounters where Lord Indra found out that Vritrashura was a great devotee. But because Vritrashura knew that he would be going to Lord Shankarshan, he forced Lord Indra to kill him by swallowing him. And Lord Indra came out of his stomach and then it took him 1 year to cut off his head. But because he had killed another devotee, and this time it was premeditated. First time it was imposed. Second time premeditated. Therefore, the sacrifice that the sages wanted to perform did not work. So therefore, Lord Indra was chased by sin personified, who was an old lady with tuberculosis. Chased him around so long, and he went to Vindhusirovar Lake, where he hid in a stem of the lotus flower for 1,000 years. And then, after that time, they performed the great sacrifice and brought Indra back. But in that time, Nahusa took over. But he wanted Lord Indra's wife. Therefore, he was cursed to become a python.
Very good.